Speaking of last hours, you have, what is it, 36 hours left? 34 hours left to get your Duino. Not only that, but they are only about $700 away from their goal. And so this is like a super tense moment. What this is an ultimate Euro Rack Arduino shield. So it's for people who do analog synthesis on racks and stuff. And in this case, obviously, it's programmable with your Arduino. But this thing is super powerful. You can plug it in, work with it exactly as you would a regular synthesizer. And look at this gorgeous little feedback system they've got with the little OLED screen. So cute! They've got a ton of demos up here, and the design of it is super gorgeous. It costs about $200 US, or 270 Canadian. That's if you already own your own Arduino board. Otherwise, it is about 230 US, which, you know, is about the same as you would pay for a regular Arduino Uno anyway. However, I've been messing around with the Kilomux from Yaltex, which is a Mexican company, and I want to use it with either the Sci-5 Hi-5 board, which is like a super-powered Arduino Uno form factor board, or the Adafruit Metro M4 Express Beta board, which runs on an ATSMD 51 chip, which is really nicely powered as well. And this thing has incredible specs. But yeah, like combining this with some kind of really cool synthesizer setup, I think would make a really cool project. Anyway, you've got 33 hours left to go on this now. Oh boy. So yeah, come on, let's make it happen. We can do this. They're so close to their goal, and I know that we have some like sweet synthesis nerds on here. So anyway, now the next three are sort of camera focused. First up we have the Open VMMe H7, which is machine vision with MicroPython. There's a built-in microprocessor on here that runs MicroPython. So wonderful! MicroPython is just Python optimized for microcontrollers. So Adafruit CircuitPython is a version of this, just sort of a branch that has a couple of extra optimized little tweaks. So it's designed for low-power real-time applications. If you look at the module there, you'll notice that the top part looks like it's swappable, and that is true. There are some really cool extra things that you can put in here, like you can swap it out for a thermal cam, you can swap it out for an IR cam, or like UV or whatever. So rad. It's totally open source. You can get it for about 50 bucks US. And they are already overfunded, so you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to get it. It ships in March next year, so it's a little bit of a wait, but it should actually come out. You can do multiple blob tracking with colored blobs. You can use it for your smart AI racing car, and not only that, or a DIY microscope. So one really cool thing about this is the speed. So it can do 80 FPS easily. 80 frames per second. That's incredibly high. Much higher than the human eye can detect, I think. And also, like, way better than most regular webcam type things. Up to 16 color thresholds. So you can do color code tracking. You can do barcode reading. You can do thermal vision. You can do, oh yeah, a global shutter. Instead of a rolling shutter, they have a cool image here that shows the difference. If you're looking at, for example, a rotating fan, you do a global shutter, you get the entire image at once instead of a rolling shutter which sort of scans across, and then you get this blurring effect. Which, you know, can be used to artistic effect, but you know, normally not super wanted. Plus, it supports loadable neural networks. CNN stands for convolutional neural network, which is a type of like image analysis neural net. Super cool. So it's twice as powerful as the previous iteration of this, which was the Open VMMe M7, I think. Yeah, and so you can compare the specs and everything. They've got their own IDE. You can check out all the add-ons. This one is on Kickstarter. Look for the Open VMMe, and you will be sure to find it. You have 11 days to go on this one, and it runs about 50 bucks. Oh, there's all kinds of like add-ons you can choose and stuff too. In the IndieGoGo marketplace, so there's not really a time limit on this one, you can get the $79 paper airplane drone with live video. Check that out. It's like literally made of paper, and they have this little module that you stick on there that, I mean, it's probably a special kind of paper, but, you know, if you crash it too many times, you just fold a new one, whatever. With these little tiny rods and stuff. I got to see one of these at CES, I think, and they were amazingly light and delicate and adorable, but like not really delicate, they just look delicate. And isn't it that awesome? Look at it. Got this tiny little FPV camera on there, so you can do your standard like drone camera things, but also it's a paper airplane. They've got some example footage so you can see what the image quality is, which isn't like amazing, but it's a paper airplane. What do you want? And then my favorite is AirPup, which is a balloon kite hybrid that's perfect for aerial photography. Cameron wrote about it on our blog a couple weeks ago, but it's not released yet on Crowd Supply, so you can subscribe to find out when it is available. In the meantime, read up on it. It's a small kite. They say it's a small kite balloon, but I think it's actually like, what is the actual size of this thing? 6 feet long and 3.5 feet wide when it's fully inflated with helium. So, you know, small is relative here. Compared to a weather balloon, it's very small, and you can tow it around with you. As you may have detected, it is not electronic. It's just a balloon, and you stick electronics on it. For example, your camera, your weather station, your whatever else you want to put in that's got your like LED throwies. You could do like a light art installation, like dangle a disco ball from this thing. I think that'd be awesome. Shoot lasers at it, you suddenly have a disco party. It'd be amazing. Wireless communications, right. Anytime you need line of sight on something. Pollution sensors, etc. Oh, and you can even see one of the previous power-up smartphone controlled paper airplanes iteration, like the sibling of the power-up FPV drone, which you can get right now on Crowd Supply. Yeah, so check that out. We were talking about AirPup, talking about the power-up X FPV paper airplane drone with live video. I'll put links to all of these underneath in the description underneath this video. Open VMMe H7 for machine vision with MicroPython. And again, your very last chance to get your very own the ultimate Eurorack Arduino shield. I really hope they make their goal. It would make me so happy. They're so close. They're so close. There's got to be some nerd in your life who would love this thing. And it's only a few $100. Come on. If you're into Arduino or into analog synthesis, I know you have no regard for money, because that's why I do not get into that hobby. I know that instantly all my time, space, and money would vanish. So, come on. Just do it. Just do it. You know you want it. Go for it. I want it too, but I have more self-control than you do. Alright, have an awesome weekend. An awesome rest of your fun on Friday, and we'll see you next week with more cool stuff. Alright, ciao!